Kopano Protective Workshop, Gender-Based Violence Training, resource for protective workshop participants. Contents. 1. Know your rights. What is the Bill of Rights? 2. Disability rights. 3. Rights issues affecting women and girls with intellectual disabilities. 4. Accessibility issues affecting women and girls with intellectual disabilities. 5. Gender-based violence and women and girls with intellectual disabilities. Common feelings that you may go through after experiencing GBV. 6. GBV resources. National Emergency Contacts. Tutuzela Care Centers. What are they? Shelters. 1. Know your rights. What is the Bill of Rights? This is a list of rights that protect all South African citizens. The Bill of Rights identifies the rights for all citizens, including persons with intellectual disabilities. The Bill of Rights applies to all laws and to everyone. These rights can be violated by anyone, including authorities. It is important to know your rights. Your rights include the right to equality, the right to dignity and to have one's dignity respected and protected, the right to life, the right to freedom and security, to be free from all forms of violence, and the right to psychological integrity, the right to privacy, the right of children to be protected from abuse, the right to have access to health care, the right to have access to information, the right to just administrative action. Any organ of the state must obey the law and act within the powers given by the law, the right of access to the courts. 2. Disability rights. Persons with disabilities, including women with intellectual disabilities, also have these rights. They include political rights. This means you should be able to participate in political and public life. You can vote for leaders of your choice. You have the right to be provided with political information that you understand. You have the right to attend political events. You have the right to have your voice heard. Human rights. You have the right to enjoy all human rights enshrined in South Africa's Bill of Rights. Social rights. You should be able to have full participation in the life of society. This means you have rights to all of the below. Inclusive education. Education should be accessible, delivered, and provided in formats you can understand. You should be able to go to school. You should be provided with education that considers your needs at the same quality of education as others. Healthcare. You should have access to treatment. You should be treated with dignity and respect. Housing. You have the right to have a place to live. Transport. You have the right to accessible transport. The right to be able to move from point A to point B safely. Sport. You have the right to enjoy sporting activities with others. Recreation. You should be able to access and enjoy recreational places with others. Culture. You should be able to practice your own culture, to have a sense of identity and belonging. Social development services. You should be able to access social services, including social grants like disability grant. You have the right to have information about social services in formats that you can understand. You have the right to be evacuated in times of disasters, to also receive necessary support like temporary accommodation and food parcels. You have the right to receive information about disasters such as storms, fires, etc. in formats you can understand. Food security and family life. You have the right not to go to bed hungry and not be separated from your loved ones. Social cohesion. You should be able to live in barrier-free environments within your community. You should be able to get the necessary support that you need to participate in community life. Economic rights. You should have equal access to land, capital, infrastructure, and business opportunities. You should have equal access to money to start a business, cooperative membership, etc. You should be able to afford to live independently and be treated with dignity and respect. You have the right to decent employment just like everyone else. You should not be denied an opportunity to work because of your disability. Employers and reasonable accommodation. Your employer must make sure that you have everything you need to be able to do your job. This includes information in easy-read formats, a barrier-free work environment, etc. You must also be included in training and be chosen for promotions and other opportunities. It is your right to request your employer to create a work environment that is accessible for you. Cultural rights. You should be able to enjoy your culture and its components in conditions of equality. You should enjoy on an equal basis your language, art, and cultural heritage. 3. Rights issues affecting women and girls with intellectual disabilities in South Africa. Access to justice. Women and girls with intellectual disabilities should have access to justice on an equal basis with others. This is very important as they are more prone to experience gender-based violence and less likely to report it because of the many barriers they face. You have the right to report to the police any treatment that you feel was not appropriate. This includes things like sexual abuse. It is your right to receive information in a format that you understand when you go to report a case at the police station. It is your right to receive age-appropriate methods which will ensure that you are well prepared for court. You have the right to protection from intimidation and harm. You have the right to receive an explanation of the court process in a way that you understand best. You have the right to be updated from time to time developments concerning your case. You have the right to counsel, lawyer, or legal representation. You have the right to receive compensation for wrongful acts committed against you. You have the right to fairness in court proceedings. 4. Accessibility issues affecting women and girls with intellectual disabilities in South Africa. South Africans with intellectual disabilities have the right to live independently and to participate equally and fully in all aspects of life. What does this mean? This means that you have the right to access on an equal basis with non-disabled persons the below. Access to the physical environment, access to transportation, access to information in formats that you understand, access to technologies, which you can use with minimal assistance or without assistance, access to information about your sexual and reproductive rights in a format that you can understand. Freedom and independent living. Persons with disabilities, including persons with intellectual disabilities, have the right to liberty. This means that you have the right to live a free and independent life. You cannot be involuntarily and unlawfully placed at a home, a care center, or similar medical setup which deprives you of the freedoms of a life outside an institution. 5. Gender-based violence and women and girls with intellectual disabilities. What is abuse? When someone causes you harm, distress, or treats you in a bad manner, abuse is being hurt or treated badly. What is gender? These are socially learned attitudes and behaviors associated with expressions and identities of girls, women, boys, men, and gender-diverse persons. What is gender-based violence? This is violence against a person because of their gender. Do women and girls with intellectual disabilities experience gender-based violence? The answer is a big yes. Women and girls with intellectual disabilities are more likely to experience gender-based violence more than anyone else. Violence. Violence can be any of the below. Physical. For example, a man beating his wife with a belt. Emotional. For always being constantly humiliated and be made to fear a person. Psychological. Being made to feel unworthy. Sexual. For example, a caregiver groping your private parts, forcing you to kiss or touch them. Financial. For example, a family member taking control of your disability grant and not give you an opportunity to tell them how you want the money to be used. Common feelings that you may go through after experiencing gender-based violence. Feeling the need to hide your disability. Do not cover up your disability. Disclosing your disability ensures that you receive the necessary support and maintains your credibility. Anger. You might feel angry about what happened to you. It is a usual reaction. Wanting to please. Wanting to maintain a sense of belonging might prevent you from reporting a violation. Do not protect a perpetrator because you want to please them. The perpetrator is not your friend. Thinking what happened is normal. All forms of violence and abuse are bad and not normal. Your abuser might want you to think that they are your friend and that what they are doing to you is normal. If you are not sure of the situation, ask someone. Intimidated by police presence. It is normal to feel intimidated by a person in a uniform. It is important to communicate that you feel overwhelmed by police presence. Pretending to understand. If you do not understand the rights or instructions being read to you, it is important to notify the police officer or those present that you need more clarity. Do not be shy to ask for information in a format that you understand. Feeling unsafe. This is usually the case where the perpetrator lives in the area or is a close family member or friend. It is important to tell someone whom you trust so that you can be protected from this person. Be aware. Anyone can abuse you. It can be a family member, it can be a caregiver, it can be a staff member, a friend, or a stranger. 6. GBV resources. You must speak out if someone hurts you. You must ask or tell someone if you do not understand what happened to you is good or bad. You will feel much better after getting help. On the following pages are some of the contact details you can use if you need help after experiencing gender-based violence. National Emergency Contacts. South African Police Service. SAPS Emergency Contacts 10111. SAPS Crime Stop 08600 10111. SMS Crime Line 32211. Gender-Based Violence Command Center. All now 0800 428 428. Please call me *120 *7867#, supported by a USSD. Skype address Help Me GBV for members of the deaf community. SMS help to 31531 for persons with disabilities. Thuthuzela Care Centers. What are they? Thuthuzela Care Centers are one-stop facilities that have been introduced as a critical part of South Africa's anti-rape strategy, aiming to reduce secondary victimization and to build a case ready for successful prosecution. Below are some useful contacts for some Thuthuzela Care Centers. In Free State, Bongani TCC, Health Complex, Old Provincial Hospital, Long Road Street, Welkom, 057 355 4106. Metsimaholo TCC, Metsimaholo District Hospital, 8 Langenhoven Street, Sasolburg, 016 973 3997. Pekalong TCC, Pekalong Hospital 2117, Rimland Road, Botlokong, Bethlehem, 058 304 3023. Tshepong TCC, National District Hospital, Roth Avenue, Willows, Bloemfontein, 051 448 6023. Shelters. The National Shelter Movement has a comprehensive network of shelters nationwide. National Shelter Helpline 0800 001 005. Email smallcaps@womencenter.co.za. SMS, WhatsApp, or please call me 082 057 8600 or 082 058 2215 or 072 230 7147. This resource is not in full easy read format and is for NCPD internal purposes. Participants will require assistance from the facilitator to go through this resource. To convert your documents to easy read formats, please contact the NCPD.